In a small, dusty antique shop, hidden among old trinkets and forgotten memories, sat a doll. Its porcelain face was cracked, and its glassy eyes seemed to follow anyone who dared look at it. The doll wore a faded lace dress, and in its tiny hands, it held a little music box. One day, a young woman named Emily stumbled upon the shop while exploring the town. Something about the doll drew her in, an eerie fascination that she couldn't explain. Ignoring the shopkeeper's warnings, she bought the doll and brought it home, placing it on a shelf in her bedroom. That night, as Emily lay in bed, she heard a faint melody. The tune was coming from the music box the doll was holding. She sat up, her heart pounding, but the room was still. The doll sat in its place, eyes gleaming in the moonlight. Days went by, and strange things began to happen. Emily would find the doll in different places around the house, though she was sure she hadn't moved it. Its eyes seemed more lifelike, as if they were watching her every move. The melody from the music box grew louder each night, filling her dreams with haunting tunes. Days went by, and strange things began to happen. Emily would find the doll in different places around the house, though she was sure she hadn't moved it. Its eyes seemed more lifelike, as if they were watching her every move. The melody from the music box grew louder each night, filling her dreams with haunting tunes. One evening, Emily decided she'd had enough. She grabbed the doll and stormed into the attic, determined to lock it away. As she set it down in an old chest, the music box sprang open, playing a distorted version of the melody. Emily gasped and stumbled back, slamming the chest shut. But that night, the doll returned. Emily woke to the feeling of cold porcelain fingers wrapping around her wrist. She opened her eyes, and there it was, sitting on her chest, its eyes now glowing with a sinister light. The doll's lips twisted into a grotesque smile as it whispered,
"Play with me."
Emily screamed, but no sound came out. The room grew darker as the doll's laughter echoed around her. The last thing she saw was the doll's eyes, burning into her soul, pulling her into an endless void of nightmares. The next morning, the antique shop had a new addition. In the front window, beside other forgotten relics, sat a doll. Its eyes were dull and lifeless, but in its hands it held a music box. Inside the box, a tiny figure of a young woman danced to a haunting melody, forever trapped in the doll's game.